EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start the drive with Harris. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They go play action with Willis. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Willis. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 more on that one and another first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. And that is incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Beckham will go in motion right. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll send Beckham in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 65 yards. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Jerry Hughes, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. Jonathan Grenard, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Willis will look to throw on 1st down. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Houston. And even 70 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Drake. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. Drake, touchdown, Houston. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 27, Willis. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Steps away. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Back to throw here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Play action. Here's Willis. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Play fake. Here's Willis. And that is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. On 1st and goal, Drake. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Drake. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll run. It's Drake. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Kenyon Drake in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Last play of the half. Here's Willis. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second down, here's Willis. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd down, it's Willis. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the...
He's got a man, complete, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To the air on first down, here's Willis. Eluding the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Texans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the 45 on second down, Willis will get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Willis with another keeper. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Here's Willis now off the play fake. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Willis finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Willis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Odell Beckham. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
19 tight.
Here's Willis. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much.
And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game, and Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Setting up the screen, Harris.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
2nd down throw coming by Willis.
It's brought in by Harris.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
Now Willis on the bootleg.
Rolling to his right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Willis to throw once more.
He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Play action. Willis.
Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
And now here's another interception.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
He's letting it fly for Cooks, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. The Browns, they have scored again to add on to their lead. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Oh, Johnson, nice grab. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. Again, it's Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now Willis to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Jerry Hughes able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Willis, that swung out wide to Harris. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, smash Bronco.
They'll try and run with Harris. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Right there, hurt. Panther Street.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his pass is caught. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead.
Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to